Over here, stay over here. No. I'm starting now. Shush, quiet on set, please. The girl you grew up with down the road just got her first car. The guy from high school started his second 9 to 5 this month, and your best friend that lives the town over graduated a year ago with a full ride in corporate. You started uni at 25, you got your first big girl job at 30, and your license came 5 years after you turned 19. So just because you bloom late, does that mean you won't bloom at all? Let's talk about it. Hello, guys. Welcome. Hey. I'm actually in such a good mood. I have no idea why. Either I'm like 3 days away from starting my period and tomorrow's going to be a horrible day, or I'm just in a great mood. Also, we changed the scenery, we changed the setting. Yes, I am in heaven. Okay, I look really, really, really rough. And the reason why we're sitting in here is because I cannot be bothered finding a good angle in my room. Even though I love the setup of my room, I'm buying more stuff to make it look cute and homey. It's just I'm still figuring it out. But this is the set we're doing with right now because I want it to be downstairs, I want it to be in a different room, and I wanted some light, you know what I mean? And yes, I look insanely rough. Yes, I'm in my pajamas. What are you gonna do about it? Sue me. I promise you I'm gonna have a shower. I always come on here looking so rough. I come on here so please stop licking yourself. Look at this. Anyways, Fifi's here because I'm in a good mood. I don't know why, guys. I woke up and there's just something about winter mornings. Like winter mornings are the best mornings for all. Summer mornings, I'm not a big fan of because you wake up sweaty, you wake up hot, you're over the day already. But winter mornings, winter mornings are like so refreshing. I don't know what it was. I woke up today and I felt like I was in such a good mood. I read Fajr, which thank God. I got up and I was like, you know what? Let me walk my brother off to school because even though I don't have work, so usually when I have work, me and my brother walk in the same direction, then we part halfway. But I don't have anything special going on apart from picking up something that I ordered off of Facebook later on in the day. That is for another video. Be excited, guys. Another video is coming. But I woke up and I was like, I really want to go for a walk. I was going to go to the gym today. Unfortunately, that did not happen. Why? Because, yeah, my feet hurt. I went to work yesterday and I woke up with such sore feet. I have the weakest feet in the world. Anyways, I decided to drop my brother off anyways because I just wanted the winter mornings, the fresh cold air on your face, like your bare face, fresh cold air. You've got your scarf wrapped around. Like it's just a vibe. If you get it, you get it. You know what I mean? Like it's such a nice, gorgeous, amazing feeling. But yeah, I had a boost of serotonin this morning. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the thing that I'm picking up from Facebook Marketplace later on in the day. Maybe because I don't know. I'm probably gonna start my period soon, which means tomorrow I'm gonna have a mental breakdown or beat somebody up, which makes sense, checks out. And the plan was to go to a coffee shop near my house after I drop my brother off and just sit outside, drink some iced coffee, and you read my book, be very performative like the woman I am, like the Gen Z I come from. What? Like the woman I am, like the generation I come from, I wanted to be really performative. However, all the seats were wet. All the seats were wet, and I didn't have anything to dry them with. And I thought, why not come home and film this podcast anyways? Because nobody's home. Nobody's home, guys. I'm so happy. Maybe that's why I'm finally speaking loud because literally nobody's home. And I have like literally 2 hours, 2.5 hours before somebody actually comes home. So I thought, why not record this episode, get it out, vibe with you guys, and talk about what it's like being a late bloomer. Yes, this episode we are going to talk about what it is like to be a late bloomer in life. Was there something else I wanted to talk about? Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was walking home and I was literally talking to myself, planning this this podcast episode because this is the first episode that I haven't fully planned. So I'm just gonna go with the flow from what I remember from each section on the top of my head. Also, I realized looking back at the first episode, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. These nuts, shout out, love you. I feel like I sometimes repeat myself so much. So let me know if that pisses you guys off or if there's anything that I should change, work on better. I don't know. I don't know. Do we like the vibe? Do we like the intro? Do we like the stereo? You know what I mean? But yeah. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was going to say, from my memorial recall, that coffee shops. I wish there were more independent coffee shops. Every single coffee shop in the UK is boycott. Like most of them, Costa, Starbucks, Cafe Nero apparently is boycott. I don't know if Black Sheep is boycott. Some people are saying it is. Some people are saying it isn't. Either way, it's expensive, so it should be boycotted for the amount of like the price that they're giving for matcha. But I haven't drank matcha in so long. After I found out that it like isn't good for people with low iron. I need to take a deep breath. After I found out that matcha isn't good for people with low iron, me, literally anemic ass all day, every day, like fighting for my life all the time, especially in the winter, which is ironic because I love the winter. But ever since I found out it's not good for people with anemia and people with low iron, because it literally matcha sucks up all the iron out of you and it's not good, especially if you want to produce. I don't want to reproduce, but like it's also not good for reproduction. Not that I care about that. But yeah, ever since I found out it's bad for low iron, I was like, oh, I don't really want to drink that anymore because I'm already suffering with low iron, and I'm like 5 minutes away from literal death next door. So I was like, let me give up. The last time I probably drank matcha was when I filmed that video, actually, my first video that I uploaded after mentally breaking down. So if you haven't watched that, you should definitely check that out because I really enjoyed it. It was quirky, it was cute, and it was funny. Yeah, today's video we are going to be discussing what it feels like to be a late bloomer. Now, you know me, I complain about this all the time. I am a late bloomer. I am a chronic diagnosed late bloomer. Everything in my life has been a late bloomer. Every single chapter of my life, every single thing I've ever gotten, everything has always been late, 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 late. Let's talk about it. Let's divide it into certain types of sections. Yeah, we can do future adulthood, we can do tiny little things, we can do big career step things, yeah, life things. In terms of growing up, I didn't grow not that I have any now, but also if there's like men watching this, please log off, click off, fuck off, either way, whichever one, piss off, your choice. um Jump off. I haven't I didn't get my period until I was in year 11, which may sound like, oh, that's not that bad. No, every girl around me have had at least gotten her period around year 9. Okay, and I remember specifically having a conversation with my friends at the time, and they were talking about, yeah, my cramps hurt, and I use these pads, and da 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 da, like just like talking about it, and I just lied. I was like, yeah, like me too, yeah. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, I had so much cramps. Yeah, sure, whatever the hell that is. Like, yeah. And I had absolutely no idea what they were talking about because I hadn't had my period yet. I got my period, I think, was it year 11? Yeah, it was definitely year 11, but it was in the beginning of year 11. That was really embarrassing for me because everybody else had already gotten their period. So that was one reason I was a late bloomer. Other things, my chest didn't grow. I didn't fully grow into the person that I was. I didn't become socially aware because I didn't even get my first iPhone until I was in the end of like year 12. No, until I was in basically year like before I went into sixth form because I begged. Oh my god, that whole journey, I begged my mother. I begged my mother to get me an iPhone so bad. And to be fair, I was really bratty about it and I was really rude. And it wasn't the end of the world if I had one of those plastic Sony phones that she got me. But I really wanted an iPhone because it was so cool back then to have an iPhone. If you UK culture, UK high school culture, if you don't have an iPhone, you're getting bullied. Like you're seen as less than, you're seen as a loser, you're seen as not even broke, but just like being broke is fine, but it's like being you're just a loser if you don't have an iPhone, really. That's how it was in high school. That's the way I remember it. So I really wanted an iPhone. I remember I got my first iPhone from Facebook Marketplace. My mom got it, and it was just like this black iPhone 7, and it was gorgelina, gorgeous. Bought it from a guy, checked it out, everything went well. 6 months later, it's just completely shut down. Completely shut down, stopped working. Like it was khatam khalas, it was gone. My first iPhone quite late, got my first period quite late. Still don't have my license. I went to uni. I started uni first year at the age of 21. I haven't gotten my first corporate job yet, first full 9 to 5 job yet. I haven't figured out most of my life. I have been a late bloomer in every aspect of my life. Late bloomer growing up was honestly one of the worst things ever because especially when it came to education, especially when it came to opportunities, especially when it came to finding your career path, finding what journey you want to take in life, where you want to go, especially when it came to parents. When it came to the part of your life where parents usually like support you and help you, and you also support yourself and help yourself, that middle stage of life where you are, which is basically when you turn 18, 19. I didn't have that. Me and my siblings, we don't have that. So when it came to things like opportunities and adulthood and learning how to do things, it was completely different for us because we learned it so late. Well, for me, I'm going to speak for myself. I learned it so late in life, it genuinely set me back mentally, even if it didn't set me back physically, and literally it didn't give a shit whether or not I learned it at 30 or 35 or 20 or 18. Even physically, like in actual real life, if it didn't matter, mentally it set me back so far because I let myself think, oh my god, I'm now learning this at 18 when people learned it when they were 12. I am 6 years behind everybody else. That's it. I'm a setback. Everything I do is a failure. Like, I'm so behind. I'm so behind. I'm so behind. Most of it I do unfortunately blame my parents. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You shouldn't blame your parents. Blah 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 blah. Blah. You lot know who are subscribed to my channel. You lot know the parent situation. Okay, if you're new, get along with the program. I do unfortunately blame a lot of things on my brown immigrant Asian parents, you know what I mean, and Muslim parents. Unfortunately, they did, and they do this a lot, and a lot of brown parents do this, and they do it to their girls specifically. They lock you up, they cage you inside the house, they fearmonger you, they like scare you to death. They're narcissistic, they're like verbally abusive, they're aggressive. Like the way that I've been taught anything and everything growing up is like wrong. And I have to relearn all of these things myself. The way that I didn't learn how to take public transport, because here's the thing, let me tell you, I'm telling you, I am the CEO of being a late bloomer. If you are a late bloomer, gather here. This is the community, this is the club, okay? Because I am the OG. I literally didn't learn how to take the bus until I was what, 16. Do you know how embarrassing that is when there were kids? 16, by the way, is year 11. Again, year 11, you might not think that if you're not from the UK, like, you may not think that's anything crazy, but you're 16, you're 16. You should know how to take public transport, at least from your house to home, or from your home to house, or from your home to town and town to back. Like, at least that's the minimum you should be able to do. And I was friends with somebody whose mom let her take public transport when she was, I think she told me when she was like 10, when she was 10, 11. I sat there and I was like, I'm such an, and it made me hate myself because I was like, I'm such an embarrassment. I felt so shit. All of my friends in my friend group were very independent, apart from one. They were so independent. They had parents who didn't give a shit where they went. Like, they were allowed to do what they want when they want. Their parents would give them money and they would just go. You know what I mean? It was so easy for them. Well, not easy, like their life was easy, obviously, but like it was easier than it was for me, right? And so I remember I didn't take my first bus, and I was so scared to take the bus as well. Let me tell you, the bus from my house to high school was literally never that serious. It was two buses, and everything in my town is quite close together. Like, it's not so far away where it's like an hour apart, or like an hour away, or 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, where you don't have to take the train or anything like that. Like, it's like 30, 45 minute rides, which aren't that crazy now because I take the bus all the time, public transport all the time. Everything is so close and easy. But back then, I was only allowed to take the bus when my dad would leave to go Pakistan every summer back in the day. Yeah, he would leave to go every summer, towards the end of school. So it was like 2 weeks where I would, no, or a week where I would literally have to take the bus. The way I was so scared, the way I didn't know what route to take, what bus stop to get up to. I didn't even know there was an app for taking the bus. Like, I don't know any of this stuff. Like, I didn't know how much it would be, how it would work. If I got off at the wrong stop, was it the end of the world? It felt like it, but it really wasn't. Like, now I can go around my town like with the back of my hand. Like, I know it at like the back of my hand, which maybe isn't the best reference because I have really bad memory. But you know the saying. I know, like, now I know my town and my area, my city in the back of, like, the back of my hand. Like, it's so easy. I know every direction. I know, like, this road, that road goes here, and this goes, because it's basically like a full circle. And I'm 21 now. Let me tell you, that took me a long time to be fully confident in where I live, to know the places of where I go. Like, this place is here, that place is there, this place is here. The way that people would come up to me, or like if I met people who didn't live in my area, and they would be like, oh, so where's this and how would you get there? And I'd be like, I don't flipping know. I don't flipping know because I don't leave the flipping house because my parents don't let me. My parents, unfortunately, did stop me and my siblings from being able to explore many opportunities, being able to bloom. And I know you get to an age where people are like, oh, you shouldn't blame your parents, it happened, it is what it is. I'm not there yet. I'm gonna be petty. Let me be petty because they're petty, okay? I'm still be petty. Let a girl live. Maybe in like 5, 10 years I won't be petty anymore, but right now I'm in my petty stage of life because why not? Yeah, they didn't let me bloom at all. I didn't, me and my siblings, I didn't get to explore any careers. I didn't get to explore any opportunities, any after school clubs, any programs, any, you know what I mean? Go be friends with this person, go talk to this person. This is how you communicate. This is how you be extroverted. This is how you start conversations. This is how you make friends. Like, none of that. I didn't know how to make friends. I had to learn that by myself when I went to uni. Uni! Who learns to make friends at uni? The first year I had to learn how to physically go up to people or physically like start basic conversations to be friends with people. And I was so scared and awkward and shy and introverted and literally scared like they would had knife to my neck if I said something wrong, or that they wouldn't like me, they would slit my throat if they didn't like me, which is not true. Unless they're a man, then it would there's a 50% chance, I mean, with every man that you meet that they might kill you. But anyways, I was so scared to make friends. I didn't know how to take public transport. I still don't have my license. Like all of these things, I have been a late bloomer my whole life. And let me tell you, it sucked, especially in this last year of my life, 2025 slash 2024 slash 2023 slash 2022. These last 5 years of my life have been rough, right? You guys know this from the first episode. This is why I create this podcast, to retell all the stories and all the lessons that I've learned throughout these years. Yeah, I'm not perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but these are just the journeys that I've gone on, that I've understood. Throughout that time, I realized how much of a late bloomer. Am I yelling? I feel like I'm yelling. I'm so sorry, guys. I drank coffee this morning, so I feel very, you know what I mean? These past couple of years, especially this last year where I went through one of the hardest journeys of my life and I was severely depressed and everything, I blame my parents a lot. I blame myself a lot. I blame myself for being a late bloomer. Everything I've ever gotten in life is late. I still haven't got my license. I'm gonna get that late. You know what I mean? I still haven't got my first corporate job. I'm gonna get that late according to other people in my life, because obviously you compare yourself to people who you grow up with, or people in your same age range, or people within your same category. Let me tell you a few examples. The other day, I finished work and TK Maxx is right next to my workplace. So I went in there, I did a little bit of shopping. Maybe spending, maybe I spent a little bit of money. Sue me. I saw this girl. Now, this girl, this girl I see all the time. She has lived so many different lives. Like, bless her soul. I hope she's doing well, yeah. Because she always sees me when I look so rough. Every time we see each other, she looks amazing. Yeah, she's naturally gorgeous, but I always look so bad. And she's so much younger than me. She lives like the road down. Grew up together, kind of like when we were really, really young, like kids. We would hang out. Our parents would make us hang out and stuff. Like high by situation. Obviously, nothing bad or anything like that, right? So, anyways, I saw her, and the last time I saw her, she was working at TK Maxx. The time before that, I saw her. She was working at the card factory. Bearing in mind, when I saw her working at the card factory, last time I saw her working at this other place, yeah, I've seen her twice. I was in the roughest place in my life. I had just come out of a Fed Cup appointment. I was crying my eyes out. I was severely depressed. I was upset. I was annoyed. I was pissed off at the world. I was annoyed at God that He wasn't answering me. Everything that I talked about in my last episode, basically, I was so upset. I was so severely depressed and frustrated and angry. Like I could literally like it was really bad, right? I walk out of this Fed Cup appointment. I think it was summertime, peak summer or something like that. I was just done. Who do I see when I walk into this gift card shop? Because I think I wanted to buy my sister a birthday card or something like that. Something happened where I just wanted to see what it was like in there so I could get an idea of it. And I walk in. Who do I see at the till? She's right there. What do I do when I walk out? Cry. Why? Because she is so much younger than me. She is so much younger than me, and it feels as if she has accomplished much more than me. Of course, we are not in contact, we are not friends. I don't know her life, she doesn't know my life, right? But just from seeing what I see, oh, I was like, where did my Apple Pen go, guys? Thought Fifi ate it, her big fat ass. From what I've seen, like she has a job, and that was the one thing that I wanted that I couldn't get at the ripe age of 20. I couldn't get a freaking job no matter how hard I tried. And she's so much younger than me. She's 4 5 years 4 years 3 years younger than me. Maybe 18 17 18 18. 17, 18, maybe. Then I saw her again at TK Maxx, right? And I was like, damn, this girl really be everywhere getting that money, period. I don't know anything else about her apart from the fact that I do think she got her license. And how do I know that? Because I walk past her house all the time. Like, I go past her house and there's always a set number of cars, and there was a car with like an L plate on it or a P plate on it. I think a P plate on it. I was like, damn, she got her car, like, good for her, mashallah, Allah Mubarak. Must be nice. Like, it kind of set me back again, and it made me really upset because, of course, everybody has their own journey in life and everybody has their own timing. But damn, does it hurt to be a late bloomer, to be always late at everything when there's people younger than you achieving so much more than you? What the frick are you supposed to do? Like, it's also because I know for a fact that her parents most likely helped her, most likely helped teach her. Maybe her dad taught her, maybe her mum helped her. They probably helped her buying a car as well. They probably helped her to pick the right car. They probably bought her the car, you know what I mean? They probably helped her. There's other kids out there whose parents, like, especially white kids, like, their parents know how to be parents. Like, they will buy their kids cars, they will buy them, like, they will pay for their lessons, you know what I mean? Like, they actually help them out. Me? I don't have that privilege. I don't have that facilities. Like, everything I do, it's from scratch, from the ground up. I make it and then I build it up. That's how life is for me, unfortunately. And it means that it will take longer for people like us, and it hurts so, 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 so much more. And it is so painful. Like, it's so frustrating. Like, there's people younger than me. For example, flipping Millie Bobby Brown. Okay, I know that's a whole different universe and a reality. Why does it look like I have crazy shoulder blades? I know that's a whole different reality, but it's true. She's younger than me. I swear she only just turned 20, right? She was 19. She's either 19 or 20. She's a flipping multi-millionaire. She has her own beauty company, her own clothing brand. She's flipping married. She's got a baby. She's a flipping like incredible career. She may have a best friend that's a Zio, but you know what? It's okay. I'm just using her as an example. And she's younger than me too. She's younger than me too, and she's achieved this so much. I have a friend who I went to the first uni that I went to. Remember last episode I told you guys I went to uni twice. Like, I'm in first year again at a different uni, but that uni I went to before, I have one person that I keep in contact with, and that's her, and we meet up all the time. She graduated and she has a full-time job. Like, she has a full-time job in the legal field. She's graduated law first class. I cannot help but compare myself to her. She also has a boyfriend. I cannot help but compare myself to her. Like, she's fully independent. You know what I mean? Can't help but compare myself to her. You know what I mean? She doesn't live with her parents. She lives on her own. Can't help but to compare myself to her. Again, I don't have those things. Again, I don't have the facilities around me, the networks, the people, the connections. The way I would love to get an admin job, but I feel like it's impossible to get some in uni or whilst you're studying. I feel like people can't get. There's a lot of things that people can't get without connections, and it pisses me off because it's not fair. It's not fair, but also at the same time, it is fair because it's not their fault. It's not the person who has the privilege and the connections, and like the kid who was born into that family or whatever with that privilege. It's not really their fault, is it? It's not the fact that I hate them specifically or are jealous of them. It's their life. It's their accessibility. It's their lifestyle. It's their privilege. It's their facilities, their networks, the openings, the gateways that they have in this lifetime that I do not have. And the fact that I have always been a late bloomer, I have always achieved things very late in my life, it hurts because it's kind of that mental game. Going back to what I said before, it's a mental thing. It makes you feel like you are less than, it makes you feel like you are behind, even if you are not behind and you are physically, like, livably in this real lifetime not behind. Mentally, when you find out that something you achieved today for the first time in your life, somebody achieved at the age of 18 and they were a normal average person, that shit hurts because it hurts your pride, it hurts your ego, it hurts your confidence, it hurts your mental stability and your ability to think that you can achieve things in your life. You can apply this to careers too, because or you can apply this to your degree too. The amount of people that don't have confidence to go back to uni because they're like, it's too late for me, even if it physically isn't, it still feels like it's too late. I am 21 in my first year of university. Everybody else is 18. I just realized the girl that I've been like the girl that I'm most close to, not most close to, but we were in the same group project, we get along and stuff like that, and we text sometimes, we help each other out with like classes or if we have questions. I just realized I looked on her Instagram page for the first time the other day and I realized she's 18. She's 18. Like, I didn't even clock. I keep assuming that everybody is the same age as me or in the same age range. And yeah, 18 could be classified as the same age range, but it just is crazy. Like, she's 18 and she's really mature and she was the group leader and like she was really confident. And then there's me, 21, introverted, shy. Like, I still feel like I act like a kid sometimes. I still feel like I act very immature. I feel like I, at 21, act like what 18-year-olds nowadays acted when they were like 16. You know what I mean? Because now 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, they try to act much more older than they are and much more cooler and stuff like that than they are, especially here in the UK and probably America and stuff like that on TikTok and stuff. Like when you see teenagers nowadays, they just want to grow up so fast and they try to act so mature and stuff like that so fast. Me, I don't want to I don't I don't know how to make myself look mature. I don't know how to become an adult. Like I'm telling you, I didn't mentally come into life until maybe year 12, year 13. The whole throughout high school, I was not here. It was not on. Like my whole childhood, this was not on. I bloomed so late, street smart wise, like book smart wise, like socially, mentally, physically. I bloomed so late. I started going to the gym and taking it seriously last month. Started eating good last month. Got my first like proper job. Well, I'm a Christmas temp, but I got a first actual real life job last month. Started uni 2 months ago. I'm 21. People my age have graduated and are in full time jobs. There's an international girl. Why am I saying international? She was an international student, and I went to uni with her back in first year before I dropped out. I texting again. She's back in China, and she's got a full time like legal job, guys. Do you know what that does to a human being? Do you know what that does to a girl's mind? I genuinely feel like I'm so behind in life. I feel like I haven't gotten my license, and I feel like it because you feel like you're so behind in life, you also feel like you're a failure. Like it feels impossible to achieve these things because you're just not able to achieve them anymore. What am I saying? Does that make sense? I really should have written down my points because now I'm here and I'm halfway through it and I'm stuck into what I wanted to say. But can you guys hear that? It's okay, Fifi. Don't be scared. The guys next door literally started drilling. What the hell? Fifi's scared. Fifi, it's okay. Come here. She's actually traumatized. I'm just gonna hope and pray you guys can't hear me because I really cannot be bothered moving. I did test it out. It sounds like you guys cannot. If you can, please ignore it. I'm begging you. I'm sorry. There's no room that I could go to in this house where you wouldn't be able to hear it. The pain of being a late bloomer. Okay, so now what? I late bloomed my whole life. I haven't figured out what I wanted to do at 21. I haven't got a good career. I haven't got a good job. I don't live in my own loft apartment. I don't have my own place. I don't have any friends. I don't have a core friendship group. I don't have any money. I don't have anything. Okay, I've late bloomed throughout my whole life. Now what? Does that mean I'm a failure? Does that mean I won't bloom at all? No, if you're a late bloomer out there, just like me, it does not mean that you won't bloom at all. Just because you do not have the facilities to be able to achieve things on time like other people, that does not mean that you will not achieve those things at all. It just means you will achieve them a little bit late and by yourself. And I was saying this to myself when I was walking home just now this morning, that it makes the things that you achieve much more meaningful, much more fulfilling. It makes you actually feel like it's worth it. And the feeling of achievement you feel after getting that thing and doing it all by yourself, knowing that you did it with nobody's help, no parental support, no nothing, and you could have, and other people have, because other people, I feel like, not that they take it for granted, they just don't see it as something that is a privilege. White kids, for example, their parents will pay for their car, their parents will pay for their insurance, parents will pay for their lessons just for them to be independent and get their car and license, right? The amount of people I saw in sixth form with cars and all their parents had paid for it and paid for their lessons and stuff, and they didn't even have a job. Or oh my gosh, I'm even a late bloomer in traveling. The way on my mood board, new video coming out on my mood board, by the way, stay tuned for that. It's kind of sad actually, but it's really funny. I deep dive into my mood board and what I achieved and what I didn't achieve. Most of it was what I did not achieve, but you know what? We're not gonna talk about that right now. So on my mood board for 2025, I wrote that I wanted to travel. I wanted to solo travel. I wanted to travel the world. Not even just necessarily solo travel. I just wanted to go without my family. I wanted to achieve so many things. I wanted to do so much more. I just wanted to travel the world. Like I wanted to, not even if I even don't even get to travel the world, that's fine. I just wanted to be able to achieve so many things. Like no, what am I saying? I even if I did not solo travel, that was fine with me, or like go all the way around the world. I just wanted to be able to go to the cool countries that I've always dreamed of going ever since I was like younger, or for like the past 2 years. Unfortunately, I didn't I didn't get to do that. I only went to one country, and I know that sounds really like, oh, at least you went. No, that whole debacle is a whole story on its own. I could literally make a whole episode on that on its own. Me and my sister went to Morocco. Alhamdulillah, it was amazing. It was incredible. Of course, first time traveling by ourselves. Of course, I'm gonna love it and travel it, even like if it wasn't anything crazy or anything like that. It was amazing. It was so fun. Cool memories. I miss it every day. I want to go back. I want to go back every day. I want to go back. I want to go back. I want to go back. I want to do it again. I wish I could go back, do it again, be more confident. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Just like go back to Morocco, but Marrakesh. Love you, miss you. It was so fun. It was so adventurous. It was so cool just being independent, just knowing what you are, then the type of person you are when you travel and stuff like. It was cool. Obviously, ups and downs, of course, with all of stuff. That's just life. But it was so cool. However, that was my first time traveling without my parents. You know, you want to know? You want to know? Want to know other people's first time traveling? That was when they were 18. That was when they were 19. They go all the time. They go every summer. That was when they were 17, 18. You know what I mean? I had friends as soon as they finished sixth form. And these two friends of mine, as soon as they finished sixth form, we're like 16, by the way. No, we're like 20, actually. No, what? How old are we? 19? 18, 19, right? When you finish sixth form, they literally went on holiday. Literally the day after, like 3 days after, they went on holiday by themselves, just the two of them. They went to freaking Tunisia or something like that. The way, if I told my parents I was doing that at 18, I would have been kicked out of the house. Kicked out, a whole debacle. They would have found me at the airport. They would have got the police to detain me. They would have brought me home. My dad would have burnt the whole house down. He would have flipped up every table. He would have killed every human being. Like, he would have thought the worst thing possible: boys, drugs, alcoholism, cocaine, ketamine. flipping, flipping fluoride, flipping everything, drugs, trampoline, everything worst possible scenario you could think of. He would think that, because he likes to think the worst of his children before the best of his children. The fact that I now at 21 am solo traveling for the first time with my sister, and they did that at 18. Ever since they did that, I was so jealous and I was so upset. Obviously, I'm not gonna say it now, and I was happy for them. It's not like, "Oh, I'm so jealous, I'm gonna ruin it for them." No, in the back of my head, obviously I was jealous, but also I wasn't invited because they knew that I wasn't allowed. Which makes sense. It checks out, because I wouldn't have been allowed, right? So I was so upset. I was like, damn, like, why can't I be able to do these things, have this freedom to be able to do normal things at normal times? Because in high school, again, in year 9, year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10, year 11, year 12, year 13, wasn't allowed to go out, wasn't allowed to go out with my friends. And I'm not even talking about going out clubbing, going out drinking. No, no, normal. Going out to the ice cream shop down the road, like 5 minutes away from the school, going to the corner shops like that, literally right next to the school, going to Tesco's, going to town to eat junk food and sit there and chat shit, like going to the cinema, going to the park. Like, all of these were so looked down upon. All of these were so fear-mongered. All of these were so bad and horrible and scary, and they like never let us do any of these things. I remember it was a friend's birthday. Literally, I had to lie to my parents. That's what I had to do in high school. I lied to my parents because he would pick us up. He would pick us. They would both pick me up every single day on the well, actually, they were late to pick me up a lot of the time, but every single day they would pick me up from school and drop me off, and then they would also complain about how they didn't have time to work, or they wouldn't get full hours of working, or they didn't get to do anything, or it was too much petrol and stuff like that, because they were picking us up and dropping us off from school. But at the same time, they wouldn't let us be independent and make us figure it out ourselves, or give us help to figure it out ourselves, or guide us in the right direction to be able to support ourselves and go and be independent. They didn't do that, so it was like blocked both ways, and it was so like, just you're stuck in this flipping narcissistic bubble, this abusive bubble, and you just don't know what to do. So he would pick us up every single goddamn day. My dad had taxi back then. Every single day. And so basically, I'm walking with my friends, yeah. And I'm with one of my tall friends. And I remember I literally, so embarrassing, bro. So embarrassing. So embarrassing. I literally see the taxi from a mile away. I see it. I see it. I run back with my tall friend. I'm like, let's go for a run. Run back to the spot where he always picks me up. And I stand there, I get in the taxi, and I go home. And I had to apologize to the friends that it was her birthday. I was like, sorry man, he saw me, like, I know what you guys want me to do. Like, it also, it ruined being constricted like that. It ruined a lot of friendships. It ruined my, like, growing of your mind, growing of your independency, your intelligence, like how to socialize, how to do things. You know what I mean? You go to places, you do things, you talk to people. That's the way life is. That's what it is. And in high school, that is the peak time to do these things, to go out and to go to the park, or and talk, or to play, or to go out and hang out and to make connections. That's what being young is all about. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily drugs and alcohol and smoking cigarettes and sniffing cocaine and having sex. Like, who actually cares about that stuff? I have never, ever, ever, not once cared about those things. Never. I've never found them interesting. I don't care. I don't care. I just wanted to have friends. I just wanted to go to flipping Jollibee and eat a chicken burger and chips and chat shit. You know what I mean? Or I just wanted to go to a photo booth and take photos, or I wanted to go shopping, or I wanted to go to the cinema. Like, it's the way that I was so constricted in my life, and because of that, it set me back mentally, and it also set me back socially, and it also set me back just in life as well. The amount of people that got their license as soon as they hit 18, and they passed at 19 because their dad owns a car company, or their mum is a learning instructor, or their parents paid for their lessons, or paid for half of their lessons. You know the amount of times my mum said, oh, send me £500 and I'll pay for your lessons, or give me this much money and I'll pay for your lessons. Like, bruh, please. My sister got her car. She did it all by herself. She did it all by herself. Not one facility, not one help or anything like that. You know what I mean? And I know we're not the only ones, and I'm not the only one, and oh, she's playing victim, blah 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 blah. But it's those type of things that make you, those kind of setbacks that make you feel like you're always gonna be behind. So in my life, what I'm trying to say is I have always felt like I am behind. I have always felt like a late bloomer. I have always felt literally 10 steps behind everybody else when it comes to traveling for the first time, when it comes to going to London. I haven't even gone to London before. I live 30 minutes away from London. I didn't know how to dress myself, guys. All of my friends in high school, again, it goes back to high school again. All of my friends had style. This was when TikTok came out. This wasn't the early 2000s, by the way. Don't think that I'm old, okay? But in high school, again, all of my friends had a good sense of style. Well, what good was for at that time period. You know what I mean? Like, they had it set, like they knew what they liked and they got it, like they had their fashion sense and everything. Me, I didn't even know what I wanted until not even in my first year of university, maybe after I dropped out and later on down the line, then I figured out my sense of style. Maybe like a year ago I figured out my sense of style, bro. That's how late to the game I am. The way I used to buy fast fashion, fast TikTok fashion, because I thought it would look good and stuff like that, but I was also broke, guys. This is getting me fired up. This is getting me pissed off, because it actually is annoying though. It actually is frustrating, and it is annoying when you are so behind in life. Like, I don't even know what else to say. That's the truth. Like, being behind in life makes you feel like you're behind mentally. It gives you such negativity in the mind, such negative thoughts, such inaccessibility to be confident, to be free and stuff like that. Take for example my goals and dreams. Yeah, my goal is for this channel to blow up, to do amazing, and for me to be able to do content creation full time. You know, that's the dream. That's the impossible dream I'm trying to reach. Most people who do this kind of stuff a lot of people nowadays, especially, they're a friend of a friend, or they're a sibling of a sibling, or they know this person, or they have a connection to this person, which means that they can bring these people onto their podcast. They know these people, or their parents are rich, so they have beautiful homes that they can film in, they have beautiful houses that they can film in, they have nice rooms that they can film in, or they have connections or people that they know, or they have things, you know what I mean? They have things, people, places, they have all of that, which is why their channels do good, which is why their things do good most nowadays. Or like TikTok influencers, 90% of TikTok influencers that aren't funny or anything like that, or don't do skits, they're literally only famous because they're pretty. Somebody had to say it. Somebody had to say it. A lot of influencers I've seen are either because they're Madison Beer lookalikes, or they're just pretty girls. That's it. And they're mostly pretty white girls. Like that's it. They don't bring anything else to the table. Yeah, what was I going with this? A lot of people bloom on time. You know what I mean? You start off as a kid, and then you go through primary school, you hit high school, you have friends, friends break up, you gossip, you turn into a full girl, you turn into a teenage girl, you grow your tits, you grow your boobs, you start your period, you know what I mean? You start getting girlier into fashion or whatever, you get acne or whatever, your skincare and everything. I didn't even get into skincare until my first year of uni. Like, that's how crazy it was. I didn't even know how to do my makeup, guys, until sixth form, because my friend had to teach me how to do like eyeliner on me, and I think that unlocked something inside of me, and then I started doing makeup in my first year of uni. Like, it was really bad. Like, when I tell you I am the CEO, like the president of late blooming, she's here, she's president. Yeah, late blooming sucks, and I feel like this is me just doing a complaining video, but it's not, trust me. Now we're going on to the next day. What I realized is, now that you've established the fact that you are a late bloomer, okay, you listening to this, you're a late bloomer, yeah, you haven't gotten your car yet, and you're 25, you haven't gotten your license yet, you haven't even done your theory test yet, you haven't graduated yet, you haven't gotten your first job yet, you haven't gotten the fashion style that you want yet, you don't have the ability or the facilities to work out or to eat healthy yet. Oh my god, the Netflix started playing. That scared the shit out of me. The TV literally started playing. Hear that? Oh my god, the TV literally started playing the Netflix thing, the Netflix ads. Anyways, what the heck? Now that you've established you haven't bloomed, okay? You haven't gotten your first period, you haven't gotten your license, you haven't gotten your perfect hair, your perfect body, you haven't grown into your body yet, you haven't gotten your first job yet. It's been years you've been searching and everything. You haven't gotten your first car, you haven't gotten your first apartment, your house, or whatever, you haven't gotten married, whatever, you haven't gotten your first boyfriend or whatever. You haven't got it. You haven't bloomed. Just because you haven't bloomed yet does not mean that you will not bloom. Let me go turn that TV down because it's scaring the shit out of me. Just because you haven't bloomed necessarily now, it does not mean you will never ever bloom. It does not mean that your life ends now. It does not mean that the things that you want to happen, or you want to achieve, or you want to have won't happen, or you won't get, or won't take place. One thing you have to remember is life is not linear. Not everybody who hits 18 will get their license. Not everybody who goes into year 11 straight away, every single girl, will get her period at the same time. There are girls out there who get their period at 9 years old. There are girls out there who get their first period at 18. There are people are so different and so unique. And here's where it comes into basically what I've been sounding like this whole video. Comparison is a thief of joy. Because what you're doing is, oh, you're blooming late, and now you're looking in front of all these other. Okay, so picture yourself as a flower, and you haven't necessarily gotten your petals yet, and you're looking up at all these people. This person has 3 petals, that person has 5 petals, that person's fully bloomed and they're so flipping tall, that person is like all the way up there. Like, you're just staring up and you're looking up at all these people. I just remember that image. Insert that meme is hilarious, it's killing me, that's all I can remember. But yeah, you're looking up, I need to be serious, you're looking up at all these people, and all these different types of people who come from these different places, different backgrounds, different, like, facilities given to them, different networks, different things. There are people out there who also start from scratch and they achieve so much quicker than you. Just because all these people have bloomed, it doesn't mean that you yourself won't bloom. Just because you are right here, right now, it doesn't mean you're gonna stay there forever. I know mentally it may feel like we're gonna be stuck there forever because you could be actually for years or for weeks or for months or for years. But actually, oh, because other people have bloomed and achieved so much more than you. Fifi, stop! You're always after me. Stop eating paper. Stop it. Just because other people have bloomed, it does not mean that you yourself will not bloom, okay? Listen to me. It does affect you negatively, it does hurt you negatively, and it does affect your mindset, and you do become very pessimistic, and it does become very hurtful to the heart and to the mind and to the soul, and it that also stumps your growth when you like feed into those negative affirmations, when you feed into those negative mindset and that negative thinking, when shaitan literally comes into your head, he's like, yeah, you see God's not going to give it to you, you see he's here and he's here and he's like, he's not going to give it to you, you see that that girl got it at 18, you're never going to get it, ha ha ha, you're never going to get it, that boy got it at 21, ha ha ha, you're never going to get it, you thought you were going to get it, you're not going to get it, you can try as much as you want, you're never going to get it, that's wrong, that's wrong. It's not true. Don't listen to him. It comes into trusting the process, being okay with the process. It's like the 5 stages of grief, okay? You come to the point where you have to accept it. You have to come into the stage of acceptance. Because for a long time, I was very angry. I was in the angry stage. I was in the frustrated stage. I was in the sad stage. I was in the grief stage. I said, oh my God, my roots are planted into this ground and my seed is not even growing. I don't even see a stem right now. Every other plant around me has grown. It has grown 5 inches, it has grown an inch, it has grown 10 inches, it has grown 2 inches. Why are my seeds not growing? Why are they not being watered, planted, and taken care of? Why? Because I have to get up and go do that myself. But I also have to be kind to myself. I also have to give myself grace and time and understand that every single human being on earth does not start from zero and then die at 100. Some people start at 0 and die at 12. Some people start at 16 and end all the way up to 100 years old, if that makes sense what I'm trying to say. People bloom at different stages of their lives. Some people were born to be astronauts or footballers, like, I don't know, flipping Neymar Jr., my brother's favorite. He was flipping born to be a footballer, okay, yeah, and he bloomed when he was in his early 20s and 30s, and now he's, I don't want to get into that, so controversial. Some people were born for certain destinies, for were born into things being handed to them, or just blooming into the people that they are now. Just because you are not successful and you are 21 and you haven't reached your dream career or your goal, that doesn't mean you cannot go out and get it at 22. That doesn't mean you won't, like life is gonna stop you, and like God is gonna stop you from achieving it forever at 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. And I keep repeating myself here, but it's important that you understand this because I know you're very stubborn, yeah, and you don't want to listen. just because just because it's also it's almost because it feels as if because what also comes into play is that mindset is, oh, I haven't achieved it yet, like I haven't achieved it now, so maybe it's just not meant for me. Like I haven't achieved it yet, so maybe that thing is just something that I won't ever achieve. But just wait a little bit more, just wait a little bit longer. It comes back to patience, and comparison is a thief of joy, okay, which are two things that one I'm talking about now and the other I'm talking about in the previous episode. You see interconnectedness, you see how smart I am, you see the intelligence. I'm bringing it back, stay tuned, turn on. It does actually come back to patience and also giving yourself grace. You are your own human being, you are your own connection, you are your own wire, you are your own soul. You will go in so many different directions into your life, you will go into so many different ways. You will get stopped at some, you will get stumped at some, you will pause here, you will stop there, you will stop growing for a moment, you will take a break for a second, and then you will keep going. Just because somebody else's life is seems so much easier and quicker and flows so much nicer than yours, it doesn't necessarily mean that yours won't ever flow. And also, don't expect to bloom the same way as other people. That's very important too. To not expect to bloom the same way as those around you, because you will not. Your branch may come out wonky, your leaf may turn out red instead of green. You might have a purple leaf there, a green leaf there. You might even grow a flipping tangerine for all we know, and everybody else has normal basic trees or basic plants. You know what I mean? You could be in a sea of tomatoes, and you could be the one flipping aubergine that grows out of the flipping garden. Do not crave or expect to bloom the same way as other people do, because that will only hurt your heart more, and it will also only hurt your ego and your pride and your ability to grow more. Because that negative mindset of when you realize and acknowledge, oh yeah, you know what, actually I'm a late bloomer, I've bloomed late my whole life, and I always keep blooming late, and I keep achieving things late, and I keep getting things late, and I keep doing things later on in my life, and I keep learning lessons late in my life. Yeah, when you get that mindset and you figure that out and you acknowledge that bit, and then after that comes the negativity of feed into that mindset, it hurts you negatively and it stumps you even more, it stumps your growth even more. It's kind of like negative reinforcement. You're kind of um thinking that you bloom late, and then you acknowledge that you bloom late, then you're thinking that you are a late bloomer, then you label yourself as a late bloomer, and then you become even more of a late bloomer because of that, because you start acting that way, and you start allowing yourself to be that way and think that way, and you start setting it into stone, like, oh, I'm such a late bloomer, I won't get my license until flipping 30. And then you keep thinking like that, and then that will actually happen, and you won't get it until you're 30, because you let yourself live like that, you let yourself like bloom in that way. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that your plan, which is you, your soul, your ruh, yourself, your mind, your body, and your spirit, doesn't get affected by the way that you bloom. If you turn out wonky, so be it. If you turn out straight, or if you go diagonal, if you go left, right, and then you it's a little wabi sabi, so be it. You have to be gracious to yourself. You have to be kind to yourself. You have to be kind to your roots. You have to acknowledge them and understand, yeah, you know what, it's painful and it hurts and it sucks that I grew up this way and it sucks that I'm always behind and late, but also realize that it is what it is, and you have to be gracious. For a long time, when I was going through a hard time in my life, I was so harsh on myself and like so angry towards my parents. Well, that bit is a different conversation, but I was so annoyed and angry at my parents, like, damn, like they couldn't give us one thing, they couldn't let us achieve one thing. Like, these lot are letting their kids go out and do this person just paid for her flipping first car, like this person like they pay for all their things all the time, they get new makeup, they get new toys, they get a new phone, they get new headphones, they get whatever they want, bro. Like, parents are parenting, you know what I mean? For me, I can't have one thing that I ask for, can't achieve one thing on time. I didn't go to any clubs. The way now, I want to do so many things. I want to learn how to crochet. I want to learn how to ride a bike. I never learned how to ride a bike. I want to do fencing. Or I like badminton, which is crazy. Like, I like going to the gym now. Like, that's crazy. I would have never known if I didn't try these things in the moment that I tried these things. And yes, if I tried them when I was much younger, and maybe I went to football club when I was in primary school, or I went to dance class back in year 8 or whatever, if I did that back then and I had the opportunities to bloom then, would I be different now, and would I be much more successful or much more bloomed in that sense now? Yeah, probably, but I didn't, because it just didn't happen. I had a lot of obstacles. I had a lot of things in my way. I had a lot of problems, a lot of obstacles that not everyday normal people have. People who start from zero have so many obstacles, so many things in their way, their own self, their parents, their life, their family, their friends. Money is such a big thing. Yes, if I went to fencing club in primary school, would have found out that I loved it so much and enjoyed it so much that I wanted to continue doing it as I grew up, and maybe would have gone to competitions, maybe would have won medals. Who knows? But it just didn't happen that way because I was stumped. I was constricted. I wasn't able to bloom. Like, my blooming had stopped. And usually that stems from like trauma or abuse or just lack of finances from the family side or the parent side, or the inability to want to take your kid and let them explore and let them grow and let them figure out who they are and where they want to be, or what career path they want to go to. I just chose a random career one day and I was like, I love watching Criminal Minds. I'm just going to go into law because I mean, why not? What else am I going to do? At least I picked something. Go into it, turned out I didn't like it, felt like it was the end of the fucking world. Felt like I was about to die, felt like this is it, like I'm not gonna bloom at all, I'm not gonna find my career, I'm not gonna find my goals, I'm not gonna achieve anything, I'm a useless piece of shit, like nothing is ever gonna stand my way, I hate my life. Of this stuff I just found, like I felt like that. I felt like this is it, okay. I'm not going to uni, that's it. I'm never gonna go at all. I'm never gonna get a degree. I don't want it anymore. Like it's not even meant for me. Clearly I couldn't do it back then. How am I ever gonna be able to do it now? And then I applied to uni, I went and I'm doing it again now. I'm blooming again. Just because you stop for a bit doesn't mean you will completely, that's it, that's the end of the story. Every day, I say this all the time, and I think this is one of my Mizi's infamous quotes. Put it up here. Every day that you wake up is a chance that God is giving you to be alive. Every day you wake up is is another flipping chance. That's God giving you a reason to wake up. Your story is not over yet. That's the saying. Cut that out. Hold on. Every day you wake up, your story is not over. God wants you to be alive. He's breathing your soul back into you every day you wake up, which means that your story is not over. So that whole period of depression that I talked about in that last episode, that whole year of depression and pain and anger that I went through, I thought that was the end. Wallahi, heart on my hand, or like hand on my heart, I thought that this would be my life forever. I thought that I would stay like this forever and that there was no way out. I literally felt like I was in a trapped white flipping asylum room and I accepted it. But that was not true. I felt like I was trapped, but I wasn't. I wasn't. I forgot what I say. Why do I do that? I have such good things to say, and then I flip in and forget what I want to say because my mind goes, oh, this is good. I think of something. I'm like, ah, that's good. Say it, say it, say it, say it, say it. Then I say it, and then I forget what to say after. Flip take, man. Anyways, yeah, that whole period I went through, I thought this was the end. Like, I'm gonna stop blooming here. This is my life. This is where it's gonna stay. It's not gonna grow up. It's not gonna grow down. This is just how it's gonna stay. Horrible misery, full on misery. Yeah. But every day I woke up, that was me blooming. Without even me knowing, every day you woke up, that is God giving you a chance again. That is God not ending your story. He can choose to end your story right here, right now. He could have chose for me to end my story back then when I was going through the worst years of my life and be like, you know what, yeah, she dropped out of uni, she doesn't have a job, she has no friends, she's isolated, she's depressed, she doesn't have her dream career, whatever that may be, she didn't figure out her life, she didn't get money, she wasn't able to support her parents, her story ends here, that's it. He could have said that. But then I woke up the next day. And then I woke up the next day. And then I woke up the next day. And then you woke up the next day. And then you woke up the next day. And again and again and again. Every day you wake up, that means your flipping book, your flipping story, your flipping stem is not done growing into the full plant. It's not done. It's not done. I don't care if you're 25. I don't care if you're 15. I don't care if you're 60. I don't care if you're 35. I don't care if you're 51. Every day you wake up, your story isn't over. And I know that may sound cringy, but your story has not ended. If God chose to wake you up the next day, that means there is still more to come. There is still more to come. There is still more to come. And even if there isn't, and you have that mindset of, you know what, well, I waited and 61 years I was alive, meetup, and you look at me when we get up there and you were like, well, listen to your episode, and you were like, oh, you still have more to come, and nothing came, and I hit 61, and that's it. And I would be like, well, that's just what God wanted for you. That's what He wanted for you. Did you get your car? Eventually? Did you get your license eventually? Did you make a friend? Did you lose a friend? Did you get a job? Did you get a new job? Did you try different things? Did you do all the things that you wanted to do? You know what I mean? Something must have happened in the 61 years for you to bloom. You must have bloomed in some sort of way. We don't even know it, but we are literally plants We photosynthesize, we need oxygen, we grow like plants. I like to think of myself as a plant. Every day you're growing, even it's like a tiny bit, it's like your hair. Like, you think it's not growing, but it is. When you dye it, you realize how quick it grows. Every inch, every second, every inch, every second, we're growing, we're growing, we're growing. The fact that I woke up today in such a positive mood and I went on for a morning walk, something I would have never done. I woke up at 7 o'clock in the morning to walk and go get a coffee. Huh? That's growth. The fact that I'm sat here recording this podcast after quitting YouTube 65,000 times and not believing in myself and having confidence issues and thinking, oh, I should have started in COVID. That was peak time to start TikTok and content creating. That was such a peak time because everybody was on their phones and watching that. But I didn't, and that was such a peak time. Oh, I should have done it then. Thinking like that, having that mindset, but starting now and still going for it and still persevering and being resilient. That is growth. That is you blooming. And even if you wake up today and you decide, you know what, I'm gonna have mushroom toast instead of cereal, or I'm gonna have cereal instead of mushroom toast, and I'm gonna sit here for 5 minutes and eat it in silence. That's growth. And even if you do the same routine every day, somehow that is growth. Things will happen to you where you start to bloom slowly, whether it's through life lessons, whether it's through achievements, whether it's through opposite things, whether it's through realizations. Realizations are crazy ways to bloom as well, but it's true, you do bloom that way. Nonetheless, to say that the moral of this episode is, Mirab, that you will bloom. Just because you are a late bloomer and you have been your whole life, it does not mean that you are stumped. It does not mean that you will not bloom at all. You will bloom at your own pace, at your own time, in your own wabi sabi, weird, crazy, unique way. And it will all be worth it, and it will mean so much more knowing that you went through things alone, knowing that you bloomed in such a unique, special way, and you did it in the way that you could, and you persevered and you were resilient. And that's what matters. That matters more. I'm so pessimistic. I'm gonna be honest, like, I'm so pessimistic, and recently I've tried so many times and so much to not be pessimistic ever since I learned that it's literally haram to be pessimistic, because essentially you're saying that you don't really believe that God is God enough to give you good things and to let your dreams come true, and you're basically not delusional enough to be thinking that your dreams will come true, God will answer your du'as, basically, is what you're saying when you're pessimistic. Ever since I learned being pessimistic is haram, I've tried so hard to change my mindset and to be different. And it is really tricky for someone who grows up in a very pessimistic household, in a very pessimistic environment. It is around very pessimistic people. Oh, it is really hard. And I will say, I have fallen into the trap many times, of course, but yeah, my throat is dry. It hurts from the amount of talking I've done. I feel like I was very heebie-jeebie exasperated this episode. Yeah, I think I said everything I wanted to say. Like, I blurted out my mind map vocal situation that was in my head. Oh, needless to say, the next time you're walking down the street and you see that the girl you grew up with has achieved her driving license at the ripe age of 18, and the guy that you went to high school with 5 years ago has gotten into his sixth corporate job, his 9 to 5, and he's earning 10K a month, or the flipping influencer that you watch or follow on TikTok and YouTube has, achieved goals that you should have achieved 5 years ago, that you thought if you started your career you would have achieved it by now. The next time you feel that way, just remember you're at your own timeline, you're at your own pace, you're in your own world. You literally, as cringy and as basic and as annoying as it sounds, focus on yourself. Focus on yourself and wallahi, let go of everything, and just acknowledge that it doesn't matter, it really doesn't matter. Having a timeline really doesn't matter, because that's basically what it is, blooming, right? Being a late bloomer, or it feels like you have a specific, society gives us a specific timeline in which we must achieve everything and do everything, go to primary school, go to high school, grow up, have a friendship group, fall out with that friendship group, start your period, then become a woman, get a job, you know what I mean, get married, have kids. All of this is like innate to us. It's innate to us. It's like institutionalized inside of us as a society to have a timeline or a time frame for our life, to have it linear, to have it concrete, to have it figured out like a grid. Like, this is when everything is going to happen, which is why we have calendars, right? But to accept that you cannot just live off of a calendar, and you cannot just live off of brick by brick and live off of concrete, and instead flipping like make it flow instead, and just live and accept and be gracious, and whatever comes your way comes your way. And if you achieve this at 30 and achieve that by 40 and you already achieved that at 18, then who cares? Who gives a flying hoot? It's your life, your own pace, your ups and downs, your achievements, your goals, your results. It's not anybody else's. It took me so long, so much actual physical learning to not care, because it's all around you. It's all around you. When you see that you're not given these opportunities in life, these networks, these connections, your parents don't know anybody, or you don't have the money, or you don't have the facilities, or anything like that, when you have to start from scratch, when you figure that out and you acknowledge that and you see that, it is so hard to not be negative. It is so hard to not hate yourself, or to hate your environment, or to hate the fact that you move so slowly in life and you cannot achieve things at the same time as everybody else. But this life is not a race, babe. This life is not a race. It is not a race. It is not a competition. You should not be aiming to win anything, maybe except heaven, obviously. But everybody can get into heaven, you know what I mean? But this life is not a race. It's not a race. Who are you trying to catch up to? Who are you trying to be? Who are you trying to win? Like, if you live comparing yourself to other people your age, or live off of like blooming faster than the other person, or getting there faster than the other person, achieving that quicker than everybody else. Okay, you got there and you achieved that at 18. Okay, now what? It's just on to the next thing, isn't it? It's on to the other thing. It's on to the other 10,000 things you want, because you're a human being. Like, it doesn't matter. It's not a nice way to live. It's not a nice way to think or to feel. It's not a nice mindset to have, to think life is a race, that we all have to bloom a certain way or to grow a certain way. Like, I just I don't like it, and that's why I stopped doing it. And every time I find myself in a position where I'm like, damn, I'm blooming late again. Like, I've booked my theory test for Monday at the ripe age of 21, when I should have booked it when I was 18, or literally when I was 18, and I should have had my license by now. I didn't. Why? Because I had so many obstacles in my way. I had so many things happen to me. I had mental setbacks, physical setbacks, financial setbacks, and I'm doing it again now. Who cares? So what? I'm still doing it though, am I not? Like, I'm still working my way up there, am I not? Like, you're climbing this set of stairs. This set of stairs is life. Yeah, and you're going, you're walking, and some random flipping white girl zooms past you. Yeah, cause her dad paid for the car, or she knew this person and they picked her up and flew her over there, or this person's running past you, and this person's running past you, and this person's running past you. You know what I mean? But you're still walking up the stairs, even if you take a short break, even if you sit down to rest a little bit, even if you stop moving for a little while, you're still walking up the stairs. You're still going, you're still trying your hardest to get up there. That's what's most important, is that you're trying, and you're waking up every day, and you're going, and you're going, and you're going, and you're not stopping. I hope this makes sense. But to end it off, if you are out there and you are a late bloomer, and to you, Meetup, who is a late bloomer, a diagnosed late bloomer, just remember, it does not mean that you have stopped blooming. It does not mean that you have stopped growing. You won't grow, or nothing will happen to you, or the things you want won't come to you. They will come to you, just in your own time, in your own time frame, in your own way, because it's your life, and it's your journey. It's different to you than it is to anybody else. Stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop letting yourself feel as if you are behind or slow in life because got a job at 20, you got your first job at 21 when everybody else got it at 17 or 16. You know what I mean? It's different for everybody else. You don't know what other people's lives look like. Nobody has come down and sat with you directly face to face and told you every aspect of their life, and told you how easy it was for them, or how hard it was for them, or what was given to them or what wasn't given to them. No, because it's not about that. It's not about them. It's not about them. About you. It's about you. It's always been about you. It will always be about you. Your journey, your life, your string, your ruh, your soul, your desires, your goals, your destination. Okay, wherever and whatever you want that to be, it's your journey. It's yours. All of it is yours. Forget about the other people. Don't focus on the other people. You know what I mean? Don't label yourself as a late bloomer. You're not a late bloomer. You're simply just a bloomer. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching the second episode of this podcast. Let's hope to many, many more throughout the new year. I actually don't know if this will be the last one for this year specifically. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please do subscribe. Please share it with other people. Let me know what you think. Please comment. Please comment. You know what I mean? Comment. Tell me to shut the F up. Tell me to I don't care. Just comment. Let me know if you want longer or shorter episodes too. So yeah, follow me on Instagram, all my socials, Meezy as always. I hope you like this caffeinated, energetic person here because I'm about to go into a deep slump. But I should probably go take a shower because I look and feel really musty, and I know you guys can feel it through the screen. Um, yeah, I need a hot glass of water, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next. I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Okay, bye.